Bless you. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. You know, I should have left it on this thingy there as my nose itches, which must mean I'm going to jump back and kiss myself. Why, good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to a doubleheader day here on Retro Sports Network. This afternoon, we will play the first American League semifinal in that 60s tournament. The Boston Red Sox of 1967 versus the 1961 New York Yankees on a beautiful September afternoon at Yankee Stadium. And tonight at 7:30, it's the New England Patriots traveling to Denver and Mile High Stadium to face the Broncos for the makeup game for our Pro Football Replay 1986. So 2 games for you, that 60 tournament now, and the Patriots and the Broncos at 7:30 tonight. So should be a wonderful time right here on the channel. But first, it's baseball right here on Retro Sports Network. From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Retro Sports Network and Patreon.com present That 60s Tournament. Today, an American League semifinal contest between the 1967 Boston Red Sox and the 1961 New York Yankees. Brought to you by Patreon.com. I'd like to thank all my Patreons. We'll do that specifically tomorrow night on an Ask Uncle Ron. But if you're interested in becoming a Patreon of mine, Patreon.com/Retro Sports Network. And I think we got ourselves a good one today. The 67 Boston Red Sox won their playing game over the 62 Los Angeles Angels. They won the American League on the last day of the season. They won 92 games. They were in that great 4-team race with the Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers, and Minnesota Twins. They went to the 7th game of the World Series, surprising everybody, taking the St. Louis Cardinals to the limit before Bob Gibson won in Game 7. It was very much the impossible dream season. For the Yankees, 1961 became a coronation pretty much by the time that Bill Mazeroski rounded the bases to end the 1960 World Series. They pummeled the American League. They are the top seed in this tournament with 109 wins in over 162 games. And because they won the World Series and Baltimore didn't in 69, the Yankees get the number 1 seed nod. Ralph Terry's going to go for the Yankees. He had the lowest whip. I'm going to manage the Yankees against the Red Sox, just in case you're wondering. And you know most of the story. Roger Maris chased the ghost of Babe Ruth all through the summer. 61 homers, an asterisk for a long time over in 162 games. And Mickey Mantle hit 54. Just seems like he hit 154. But this team could straight out mash. And so Jim Longenborg and company are going to have a hard time keeping the Yankees in check. They, of course, I would think would be the heavy betting favorites going in. So with all that, let's get right to it. It's the Red Sox and the Yankees from Yankee Stadium in New York. And on this beautiful day in the Bronx, 81 degrees, winds blowing in from left field, right by those Botany Triad in left center at 5 miles an hour. Just a comfortable, gorgeous afternoon here in New York City. Ralph Terry taking his warm-up times. Tosses, Ivan, how are you? Larry Harris, I like the jersey too. One of my anniversary presents from the wife. They came in late. I've got the home one from '94 as well, which I'll wear at a later date. But go Spos! All right, so Ralph Terry, 16-3 in 1961 with an ERA of 3.15, 188 in a third innings, 162 hits. 19 homers. He walked 42 and struck out 94. But if you're wondering why him over Whitey Ford, well, look at that whip, 1.083. The Red Sox are going to have their hands full. And here's the Boston lineup. Reggie Smith leads off in center field. Mike Andrews from the Jimmy Fund will bat second and play second. At left field, batting third, one Triple Crown winner, Carl Yastrzemski. Tony Congligliero, fitted out with special glasses, will play right and clean up. The Boomer, George Scott, at first, will bat fifth. Dalton Jones, the lefty, will play third and bat sixth. Rico Petrocelli, the shortstop, will bat seventh. The catching options for Boston are bad and bad. And so we'll go with bad number one, and we're not talking in the Michael Jackson sense. Mike Ryan behind the plate. And Jimmy Longborg, a 20-game winner, can go 130 pitches, will be on the mound batting ninth. Now, around the horn here at Yankee Stadium, Yogi Berra is in left. He is a 6 and a 5. Mickey Mantle, a 9 and a 9 in center. And, yep, those monuments are in play. Roger Maris is a 9 and a 7 in right. He was a two-time MVP in 60 and 61. At third base, Clete Boyer, the future Butcher, is a 9. Tony Kubek, recovering from taking a ball in the throat in that World Series against Pittsburgh, is a 7 at short. Bobby Richardson is a perfect 10 at second. Moose Skowron is a 6 at third. Elston Howard behind the plate, he's an 8. And Ralph Terry on the hill is indeed an 8. As I said, weather 81 degrees, blowing in from left at 5. This is the 1-4 game. The 2-3 game in 2 weeks will be the 68 Tigers and 69 Orioles. And so Reggie Smith at 246, 15 homers and 61 RBIs, digs in. Ralph Terry says, I'm ready, and here we go. It's the American League part of that 60s tournament. Terry delivers ball 4 to Smith. So not the start that Ralph Hawk wanted. That full count pitch was upstairs for ball 4. Here's Mike Andrews, 263, 8 homers and 40 RBI. Following that disaster, if you're a Yankee fan, in Game 7 of the 60 series, Casey Stengel was let go. They said he was too old. And Ralph Houck became the manager, and the Yankees responded. In fact, in Houck's 3 years with the Yankees, they won 2 World Series and 3 American League pennants. It was the Yankees being dismissed in 63 that sent Houck upstairs and brought in Yogi Berra for a tumultuous 64. Terry deals, and Andrews drops a bunt down. Boyer will pick it up, and no one's going to get it. They throw down to first, and Andrews is safe. So the Red Sox playing some small ball here. Smith on second, Andrews on first. For one, Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz at 326 and 67, 44 homers and 121 RBI. He walked 91 times. Terry deals, and Yaz sends this one into right center. Back goes Mantle. He runs a long way and makes the catch. Smith goes to third, 1 out on a long, loud out by Yaz. And here's Tony Congligliero. Tony C. at 287, 20 homers and 67 RBI. Smith on third, Andrews on first, 1 out. Top the first. Terry deals, and there's a long drive to left. Berra turns and watches it go. And Congligliero has made it 3-0 Boston. How about that? So Ralph Terry is rocked early. A 3-run shot for Tony C. And there wasn't a blessed thing Yogi could do. And so now you got to wonder, the Yankees don't want to use Whitey Ford if they don't need to. They were hoping to save him for the American League Championship game. Here's Scott. George at 303, 19 homers and 82 RBI. Terry delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Berra makes the catch, 2 out. Dalton Jones at 289, 3 homers and 25 RBI. And so the Yankee Stadium faithful kind of scratching their heads. They thought this would be an easy one. Pitch to Jones, Up the middle, Richardson behind the bag at second over to Skowron, and that will retire the side. But the Red Sox score 3 runs on 2 hits, including that big blast down the line and left by Coglignaro. It's the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. And so here's the dentist, Jim Longboard. He went 22-9 for Boston. In 1967, he pitched and won the play-in game. 3.16 ERA, 273 in the third innings, 228 hits, 23 home runs, and let me tell you, the Yankees are going to challenge him today. 83 walks and 246 strikeouts. And the lineup he will face is a virtual who's who of Yankee greatness. Tony Kubek will lead off and play short. Elson Howard will bat second. Roger Maris will bat third. And Mickey Mantle in center field cleans up. It's kind of like going to Five Guys for dinner and then the Cheesecake Factory for dessert. Bill Moose Skowron is at first. He'll bat fifth. Yogi Berra will go sixth. Bobby Richardson will bat seventh. Clete Boyer eighth, and Clete at 20 home runs. Goodness gracious. And Ralph Terry, who threw 22 pitches, is on the mound batting ninth. Defensively for Boston, it's not that bad of a defensive squad. Yastrzemski is a perfect 10 in left and has a cannon of an arm. Reggie Smith an 8 and a 7 in center. Coglignaro the weakest of the three, but he has a decent arm, a 5 and a 6 in right. Around the infield, Dalton Jones has great range and not a great fielding percentage. He's an 8. Rico Petrocelli is a 5 at short. Mike Andrews a 4 at second. George the Boomer Scott, was he wearing a helmet then? Anyway, he's a 10 at first. Mike Ryan a 7 and 8 behind the plate. And Longborg a 5 on the mound. Kubek at 276, 8 homers and 46 RBI. Longborg deals and Kubek strikes out. He got him on an 0-2 below the belt. And there's one away for Howard, who would actually be a catcher on the 67 Red Sox team. 348, 21 homers, and 77 RBI. You quickly go from the frying pan right into that big old wood-fired pizza oven in a big hurry. Pitch to Howard into center field. Smith moves over, makes the catch, 2 out. For Roger Maris, don't worry about the average. It's only 269. But he hit 61 home runs and drove in 142. He scored 132 times. Longborg deals and Maris into right field. Coglignaro over in the corner to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. So after one, it's the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. Petrocelli, Ryan, and Longborg to face Terry here in the second. Petrocelli at 259, 17 homers, and 66 RBI. Pitch from Ralph. Petrocelli line drive to Skowron, who makes the catch for the out. Here's Ryan at 199. It sounds like the real old Rip Taylor $1.98 beauty special average. 2 homers and 27 RBI. A far cry from Elston Howard behind the plate. Terry deals. Struck him out. 2-2 in there at the knees for strike 3. And then I'll bring up Longborg at 141. No homers and 8 RBI. So Terry looking for a quick second here. Winds and deals. Popped up Howard. Lots of foul ground here at Yankee Stadium, and he makes the catch. So the Red Sox go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Inning and a half in the books. Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. So it'll be Mantle, Skowron, and Berra to face Longborg in the second. Mickey at 317, 54 homers, and 128 RBI. Look at that OPS, 1139. Longborg threw 10 pitches in the first. Pitch to the mitt. Liner to Petrocelli, who makes the catch for the out, 1 away. Here's Bill Scowen. 267, 28 homers, and 89 RBI. Longboard from the wind. Got him. He got Scowen to swing and miss at an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and there's 2 out and 2 strikeouts for Longboard. Here's Yogi at 271, 22 homers, and 61 RBI. Jimmy deals. And there's a line drive base hit into right field. Congligliaro will pick it up. And there's a 2-out single for Berra. And then it'll bring up Bobby Richardson at 261. 3 homers and 49 RBI. But much like Mazeroski was the year before with the Pirates. And you'll see Bill next week as they go to Los Angeles to face the Dodgers. Bobby's there for his glove. 2 out, runner on first. First hit for the Yankees. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Boston. Pitch to Richardson, and a line drive to Andrews, who makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 2 at Yankee Stadium. It's still 3-0 Boston. And so Ralph Terry, who faced 9 batters, has thrown 35 pitches. 2 innings, 2 hits. The home run by Congligliaro plated all 3 runs for Boston. So they're all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Reggie Smith walked and scored to start the ball game. Terry delivers, and there's a fly ball to shallow right. Maris comes in to make the catch, 1 away. So since that at-bat, Terry has shut the door. Mike Andrews singled and scored in the first. We're in the top of the third, by the way. 3-0 Red Sox. Terry from the wind. Got him. An 0-2 fastball for strike 3. And there's 2 out for Yaz and the second strikeout for Terry. Carl is 0 for 1. Winner of this game will play the winner of the 68 Tigers, 69 Orioles 2 weeks from today, scheduled at noon Eastern right here on Retro Sports Network. Pitch from Terry. Got him. He got Carl to look at strike 3. And so Terry hops off the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. So Clete Boyer, he had 11 homers, not 21 run. Ralph Terry and Tony Kubek to face Longborg here in the third. Longborg deals, struck him out. He got him on a full count fastball in the inside corner, and Clete just shakes his head. That's 3 for Jim. Brings up Ralph Terry, who's not a bad hitting pitcher. 227, no homers, and 5 RBI. Longboard deals. Ground ball up the middle. Petrocelli almost on the grass at short. Throws it over to Scott to retire Terry 2 away. So Longboard, a good opening 9 and 2 2/3 innings. 35 pitches. A hit and 3 strikeouts, and one of them being Tony Kubek, who's 0 for 1. Kubek, despite getting nailed in the neck on that badly bounced ball, I want to say Game 7. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Had a good year. He's still at 276 and had 617 at-bats. Longborg deals, and Kubek slaps that one to his counterpart Petrocelli over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3 at Yankee Stadium, it's Boston 3, New York nothing. I love that picture of Ralph Terry. You know what it looks like? You know what happens when you're in the room and someone either said something inappropriate or something kind of squeaked out of a hole? That's what Ralph Terry looks like. Here's Congligliaro. Tony C. 3-run shot in the first are all 3 of the runs in the ballgame. Terry delivers, and there's a high fly ball in the left again, but Yogi, as that one drifts into Death Valley, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So Terry now has retired 9 straight. Here's George Scott. He's 0 for 1. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Boston. They've not left anybody on. The Yankees have 1 hit. That belongs to Yogi Berra, and Yogi was stranded. Terry deals, and there's a fly ball left corner. Berra reaches in and makes the catch for the second out. 296 down the line and right, and not much more than that in the left. And that fence down by the poles, kind of like Fenway Park in right field, it was only 3 feet to right. I'm not sure what it was to left. Phantomatic and Kurt Berglund. How are you, Kurt? Tony Cagliaro's 3-run homer in the first are the only runs of the ballgame. Dalton Jones is 0 for 1. Terry delivers, and there's a ground ball base hit right side past Skowron. And Maris throws it back in. So a 2-out single by Dalton brings up Rico Petrocelli, who's 0 for 1. From the stretch, Petrocelli into left field. That will drop in front of Berra. Jones goes to third. And Houck starts to wonder if he's got to go to the bullpen phone. Here's Ryan. Ryan struck out his first time up. Longborg on deck if Ryan should extend the inning. Terry deals. Ground ball right back to Ralph over to Skowron. They won't have to worry about it as the side is retired. Not before the Sox get 2 more hits. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books here at the stadium. 3-0 Red Sox. So Howard, Maris, and Mantle to face Longborg here in the 4th. Howard 0 for 1. I like the stadium. I'm not sure that's the right scoreboard. Maybe it is. I think that is the last scoreboard at the stadium. The Yankees built the first electronic scoreboard, and then they replaced it. But I don't know what year they put that in. Anyway, that was my option, so I took it. Pitch to Howard is 0 for 1. Popped up, right side. Scott reaches in the stands, and somebody from Staten Island makes that catch. 0-2 the count. Good-sized crowd here at the stadium. Everyone saw what happened with San Francisco, and they decided they had to get here early to support the ball club. 0-2 the count. Longboard delivers, and Howard sends that one in the shallow left. Yastrzemski rides the horse and makes the catch one way. For Roger Maris is 0 for 1. Longboard cruising right along right now. And he gets Maris to strike out. He watched strike 3 go by like a pizza place on the side of the road. And here's Mickey Mantle, who is 0 for 1. Skowron on deck, and Berra if the inning should be extended. And Mantle sends this one to right. Cagliaero goes back and makes the catch to retire the side. Yankees go down in order here in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 3-0 Boston. So Longborg, Smith, and Andrews to face Terry, who surrendered 4 hits through 4 innings. Longborg is 0 for 1. Popped up, left side. Boyer and Kubek. Boyer says, I got it, and it goes in the book as a P5. Reggie Smith is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Terry threw 18 batters, 69 pitches. Since the home run to Cagliaero, he's only allowed, I count 4 hits there, 2 hits. So 4 in the 3rd innings, 4 hits the homer. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. Pitch from Terry. Struck him out. Smith swung on and missed on a 1-2 curveball. He was looking fastball. Got something with some cheese on, some cheddar cheese on it, and there's 2 out for Andrews, who singled and struck out. His last time up, he singled and scored in the 1st. Terry deals, center field, left center. Mantle has to bobble it, and he does. He can't come down with it out there. He thought he had it. The wind has changed direction a little bit, and Mickey gets called for the two-base error. So it's now blowing in from 13. It's still a beautiful afternoon, 81 degrees, but blowing right in from left center field, and Mantle should have had that ball. And so now you're putting on Andrews at second for Yastrzemski, who's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Terry delivers to Yaz. It gets away from Howard, and Andrews moves to third. So a pass ball from Ellie Howard, and the Yankees defense is coming undone. And it's not like you're throwing me behind the plate and now Red Sox fan in center. Howard's an 8 behind the plate, and Mantle's a 9 in center field. The count is 1-0. Yaz waves the bat back and forth. Terry deals, and there's a little looper into right, but Maris will come in to make the catch, and so the Yankees bend but do not break. Halfway home in this American League semifinal from the Bronx, it's still the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. And so Terry hasn't pitched a bad ball game by any stretch. The one bad pitch, but that one bad pitch put a 3 up on those scoreboards. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Longboard throwing the life of Riley game out here. 1 hitter through 4. And 4 strikeouts. So Caglignaro with a 3-run shot, and Barra with a lone hit. And that is your in-game box score. Presented by, well, we'll say Pine Tar Baseball. We're going to talk some Pine Tar Baseball next weekend right here on this channel. Billy Skowron is 0 for 1. He struck out. Barra, who has a lone hit for New York, and Richardson to follow. Longborg starts the 5th with a fly ball to left field. Yastrzemski goes back, makes the catch, 1 away. Would this be a bigger upset over the Giants? I think the upset came with the fact that the Reds just spanked them. Longborg is a good pitcher. It's early. Let's just say it's early. This Yankee team can mash. Pitch to Barra, who's 1 for 1 into center field. Reggie Smith moves over, makes the catch for the out. So 2 away for Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 0 for 1. Longboard deals. Ground ball to Jones. Jones will bobble it, but gets the ball out of his glove over to Scott, and Richardson is retired. So Jones kind of kicked it around, picked it up, threw a BB over to first. Skowron kept his foot on the bag, and the side is retired. Jim Longborg's got a 1-hitter through 5. We go to the 6th. It's the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. Now, for the record, I'm managing the Yankees. Caglignaro, Scott, and Jones coming up for the Sox. Tony C., 3-run shot in the first, only runs of the ball game. Terry delivers, and Tony flies this one into left. Barra, easy catch, 1 away. So here's the boomer. George is 0 for 2. The Yankees offense kind of is watching what San Francisco did. That's what surprised me most. Not that the Reds could score 8, but that San Francisco just couldn't get it out of neutral. Doesn't bode well for the Dodgers and the Orioles, who are the home teams the next 2 weeks. Scott's 0 for 2. Ground ball up the middle, and that's just past a diving Richardson, and that's the 5th hit for the Red Sox. It's not like Boston has pounded Ralph Terry to bits. Dalton Jones is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Terry deals, and there's a fly ball into center field. Mantle goes back, makes the catch, and there's 2 out for Petrocelli, who's 1 for 2. It's a good thing I like you, Kurt, because I could ban you for that. The ghost of Mike Torres. Somewhere watching on a color television set, Russell Denton lays on his living room floor going, I know how to win this game. I know how to win this game. You know, it's funny because I only play, for a regular season replay, I would have played the Red Sox in this game. But to be fair, I play home teams. And since the Sox are a 4 seed, the only way they would get a home game in this tournament would be if they made the final. Petrocelli's 1 for 2. Scott on first, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Got him! Terry got him to swing and miss on an 0-2 fastball. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 5.5 in the books. The Red Sox are holding on to that 3-0 lead. So Boyer, Terry, and Kubek coming up for the Yankees in the 6th. So Boyer struck out his first time up. 0 for 1. Longboard delivers. Popped up. Center, second base. Andrews. That's a rainmaker, but it's a clear day, 1 away. So Terry's going to bat. Terry's pinch count is good. He's held the Red Sox pretty much in check since that first inning. He's 0 for 1. You can hear him chanting from the upper decks here at the stadium to Longboard, go get your teeth drilled. And I got my ski pass ready for you. You want to go? Pitch to Terry. Base hit right side. And so Terry's on with a 1-out single, and that'll bring up Kubek. So that's only the second hit that Jimmy's given up. 5 in the third, 18 batters, only 62 pitches, and 4 strikeouts. Kubek is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Tony, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Petrocelli steps on the bag for 1, over to Scott, and they got it. They got it. It's a 6-3 double play, and after 6, it's the Red Sox 3, the Yankees nothing. So Ryan Lawnborg, kind of rhymes with lawnmower, and Reggie Smith here in the top of the 7th. Probably. His pitch count is good. He had the 1 bad inning. He's only allowed 3 hits over the last 5 innings. Yeah, the next run would do it for Terry, for sure. He had the best whip, and he's only allowed 6 base runners in 6 innings. So it's not like Billy Pierce, who I defend that decision. I got some grief for it in some quarters going with Pierce over the rest of that staff for the Giants. And you take Johnny Edwards out of the lineup for Cincinnati, who could really rake as a catcher, and Tony Perez was not a good hitting first baseman. But the best laid plans of mice and men, and of course if you don't hit, it doesn't matter what you do. Anyway, here's Ryan. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Terry delivers. Ground ball foul, third base side. Yeah, and so Terry now probably won't bat again. He's getting the fatigue warning. You do what you can. Ryan has a 2-2 count. Pitch from Terry. And there's a little looper that's going to get down in front of Berra, and that's a base hit. So now they'll play for the bunt. Boyer and Scourin decide to sit down with the folding chairs and have a sandwich waiting for Longboard to put one down. Nobody out. Ryan, good speed, by the way, on first, should the computer want to do that. Terry delivers, and Longboard drops one down. Howard's only play is to first, and Richardson is there. So 1 out. Ryan moves to second for Smith. So Terry probably down to his last base runner. 99 pitches through 27. 6 in the third inning, 6 hits, a home run. He walked 1 and struck out 5. Smith has walked, struck out, and scored. He's 0 for 2. Terry deals, and there's a ground ball left field. Ryan will hold at third. And with runners on the corners and 1 out, they'll let Terry face Andrews. Maybe. We takes a looks. I suppose a lefty in Arroyo. 208 against righties. Reniff's coats are Clevenger. Reniff. Right? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Reniff. Houck's not going to fool around. Hal Reniff coming in. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. We got a pitching change from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. This is that 60 tournament on Retro Sports Network. So Reniff will face Andrews, and the Yankees want 2 here desperately. Reniff is 2-0 with 2 saves and a 2.58 ERA. 45 in the 3rd innings. 31 hits. Allowed just 1 homer. But he walked 31 and struck out 21. Yeah, I don't regret that decision. You can always, I don't mind being second guessed, but the more I look at that, the way that the Reds platoon, I think you got to turn them around if you can. I honestly think the Reds could win this whole thing. Andrews, by the way, 1 for 3. He could conceivably bunt, but the Yankees just want one on the ground here. Reniff delivers. Ball 4. How you doing, ID? And so the Red Sox are knocking on the door again. They're loaded. And now you got no place to put Yastrzemski. So Houck is pleading for a ground ball to get out of this inning. Howard, Maris, and Mantle due up for the Yankees in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch to from Reniff. Ball 4. And it's now 4-0 for Caglianero. He's the one that hit the 3-run homer in the first. He's 1 for 3. And so, what is it with being bullpens? 13 pitches from Reniff, and he's walked 2. So Smith on 3rd, Andrews on 1st, second, Yastrzemski on 1st. And Arroyo warming up in a hurry in that Yankee pen. Pitch from Reniff. Ground ball to Richardson. They're going to try for 2. Kubek for 1. Over to Scour. Caglianero's got the Energizer Bunny thing going on, and he gets safe. He's safe. And it's 5-0 Red Sox. For George Scott. And Hal Reniff just kind of hangs his head. Here's Scott, 1 for 3. With a single. Pitch to Scott. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's it for Reniff. You never want 2 pitching changes in an inning. Louis Arroyo's coming in. And this is his ball game now. He's going to see if they pinch hit Dalton Jones. Arroyo at 15-5, 29 saves, a 2.19 ERA. 119 innings, 83 hits. He gave up 5 homers. He walked 49 and struck out 87 as the highly ineffective Hal Reniff walked 3. Jones will hit, and Arroyo got him to look at an 0-2 on the inside corner. But not before the Red Sox put 2 more on the board. 2 hits and no errors. Stretch time here. The Yankees, if there's a team in this game that can put 5 up with 9 outs to go, you're looking at them. Howard, Maris, and Mantle. After this, from Patreon.com. If you like the content on the channel, Patreon.com, a tip get you a mention on a future broadcast, and $10 get you any game played in the Action PC library. Patreon.com/Retro Sports Network. And as always, a sincere and hearty thank you to all my Patreons. So, in typical Red Sox fan fashion, how are they going to blow a 5-run lead? Longborg's only given up 2 hits through 6. And for the record, I'm playing the Yankees. The computer's playing the Red Sox. Pitch to Howard is 0 for 2. Longborg got him. He got him to swing and miss on a full count. And sometimes when it's your day, it's your day. And for the second week in a row, or the second time in a row, the home team forgot to bring the bats to the ballpark. Here's Maris. Rogers 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Longborg into center field. Reggie Smith is there. And there's 2 out for Mantle, who's 0 for 2. Jimmy deals. And Mantle slaps a base hit into right center field. Congligliero will pick it up. Only the 3rd hit for the Yankees. And here's Scoured, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Mantle. Would we? Yeah, let's do it. Hit and run is on. Throw goes down to second, and Mantle has it stolen. So when you have a 78% chance and you need to get that runner in the scoring position, you got to take the chance. And so Mantle gets the swipe. And it's an 0-1 count to Scoured, and the Yankees, for the first time today, have a runner in scoring position. Longborg deals. Scoured struck him out. In one of those stand-and-deliver moments, Longborg got him on an 0-2 breaking ball. Strike 3 called. No runs. A hit. They strand the mixture after 7. 5-0 Red Sox. Petrocelli, Ryan, and Longborg here in the 8th. A reminder, folks. There. I'll go on camera, because I want people to see what I'm wearing today. A reminder, folks. My nose is just like crazy, too. Doubleheader action for you. Baseball right now at 7:30 tonight. It's football. It's the Patriots and the Broncos Week 4 action from the 1986 Pro Football Replay. And we have a triple header for you next week. Game order to be determined. But the undefeated Vikings and Bears, the best 2 defenses in pro football, is one of those games. Another game is going to be Washington and New Orleans. And the 3rd game, like I said, order to be determined, the surprising 3-1 Buffalo Bills take on the 3-1 New York Jets. So Week 5, a triple header next week. One of those games will be on tape right here on Retro Sports Network. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. It's the other National League semifinal. 60 Pittsburgh Pirates, 63 Los Angeles Dodgers. Bring out your Farmer John hot dogs. Noon Eastern from Los Angeles. So that's the baseball and football schedule between now and next Sunday. Now back to the game. Petrocelli's 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. Ned Martin is indeed smiling. I'll even give you a mercy on that. Did I hit the right button? There. You're seeing the game, right? I can check. Yep. You are. Petrocelli's 1 for 3. Arroyo deals, and there's a little looper that gets into left center field. And so Rico starts the 8th with a hit. And that brings up Ryan, who's 1 for 3. Pitch from Arroyo, and that's a ground ball right back to Louie. Throw to second for 1, over to Scour, and that should be 2, and it is. And that's why that's a pitcher's best friend. Call it 2. 1, 4, 3. Here's Longborg. Jimmy's 0 for 2. It'll be Berra, Richardson, and Boyer, and if the Yankees put anybody on, you're not going to let Arroyo bat. Whitey Ford loosening for the Yankees. Longborg strikes out, and that will retire the side. 1-2 fastball swung on and miss. Nice healthy cut. 7.5 in the books. It ain't over till it's over, Yogi Berra says. He's got one of the 2 Yankee hits and will lead off here in the bottom of the 8th. Berra, Richardson, and Boyer. And probably Johnny Blanchard to pinch hit. Longborg delivers, and Yogi draws a walk. Full count, and that was kind of a splitter. Here's Richardson. You don't really hit and run with Berra, although Richardson can. He's a 10. 0 for 2. 5-0 Boston. Pitch to Richardson. Fly ball right field. Congligliero goes in the corner and makes the catch against the wall. It's kind of like, if you're not familiar with old Yankee Stadium, it kind of turns and shapes around like Fenway. It gets really shallow in a hurry. And that wasn't deep enough to send Barrow. One away. A nice catch by Tony C. Here's Boyer. 0 for 2 in the strikeout. Blanchard swinging the bat on deck. Pitch. Got him! He waved out a 2-2 fastball, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Boston. Blanchard, 305, 21 homers, and 54 RBI. And against a right-hander, he hits 318. And so through almost 17 innings of this championship, of the actual tournament, the home team is 1 run. I'm going to get fired here, I think. Pitch to Blanchard. There's a liner in the left center field. Yastrzemski cuts it off. Barrow will hold, and the Yankees got something cooking here with 2 outs in the 8th for Kubek. So through 27 batters, Longborg got 105 pitches, 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Kubek 0 for 3 with a strikeout. If Kubek can reach, then you get to the part where you can get hurt in an awful big hurry. For the Red Sox, Smith, Andrews, and Yaz in the 9th. Pitch from Longborg. Got away from Ryan. And Berra goes to third. Blanchard will hold at first. That went all the way to the back. I don't know why Blanchard stayed. So Berra's on third. He's in a 3-0 count to Kubek. Jimmy deals. Up the middle, Andrews. Snap throw to Scott, and the shutout is preserved. We go to the 9th. No runs. 1 hit. And no errors. Boston 5. New York nothing. And much like Marichal coming in for a cameo in the 9th Wednesday night, Whitey Ford, who went 25-4, comes in pretty much for a cameo inning. An ERA of 3.21, 283 innings, 242 hits allowed, 23 homers. He walked 92 and struck out 208. He'll face Smith, Andrews, and Yastrzemski. Reggie Smith has scored twice. He has singled, walked, and struck out. He's 1 for 3. Ford delivers into right center. Mantle hauls butt in there and makes the catch for the out. And so it really wasn't... I mean, Terry's going to get suckered with a loss. But outside of that one bad pitch to Coglignaro, he pitched well. But Hal Reniff couldn't find the strike zone. Here's Mike Andrews, 1 for 3. He's walked, singled, scored, and struck out. Ford deals. Ground ball to Kubek, over to Scour, and 2 out. And that'll bring up Yaz, who is 0 for 3. He has walked home a run. He walked home one of those runs in the 7th off of Reniff and struck out once. Whitey delivers. Got him! So Ford got him to swing and miss a 2-2 pitch. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Jim Longborg throwing a 4-hitter. 5-0 Boston. Howard is 0 for 3. Longborg easily can go the complete game. Pitch to Elston. Popped up. Petrocelli. A rainmaker, 1 out. Yeah, this is stunning. Roger Maris is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Longborg delivers. Maris into right center, and that is going to be an out. So the Yankees are down to their last out, and it's Mickey Mantle. Okay, I'm stunned. Mickey's 1 for 3. He's got himself a single and a stolen base. Pitch to the Mick. Ball 4. We're not done yet. So here's Skowron. Has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. Longboard. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. 5-0. Boston. Ryan and Jimmy have a few words. John Wyatt warming for the Sox. Pitch to Skowron. Got him! A 2-2 strike 3 called, and the Yankees are done. There is a stunned silence here in the Bronx as the Red Sox have shut out. How many times did that happen in real life? The 61 Yankees get shut out. 5-0. So Tony Congligliero and Jim Longborg will share Player of the Game honors. Congligliero drove home 4 runs. And Longborg held the Yankees to 4 hits. Nine innings, 4 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 8. Poor Ralph Terry gets charged with all 5 runs, which really isn't fair. He went 6, he only allowed 8 runners on, and 5 scored. That's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Hal Reniff walked 3 of the 4 batters he faced. Arroyo, an inning and a third, he struck out 2, allowed a hit, and Whitey Ford threw a clean 9th. So the Red Sox move on with a 5-0 win. And now you got to wonder, is it going to be the 60? Are they going to Detroit for the 68 Tigers? Or are they going to go to Baltimore to face the 69 Orioles? Well, I'm stunned. I honestly thought the Yankees were going to roll over them, just because I know what they had for hitting and know that Longboard can be vulnerable and all that. But the Red Sox, the Yankees just never recovered. Congligliero with a 3-run shot in the first inning right down the left field line, pretty much held. And again, Hal Reniff couldn't find the strike zone. If Hal throws strikes, it's a 3-0 game late. And yeah, I take my chances with the Yankees. But the Yankees get held to 4 hits by Longboard. And there you have it. Flame away, Yankee fans. The Red Sox have knocked off the number 1 seed, and for the 3rd time in the 2 tournaments that we've done so far, the number 1 seed doesn't survive the semifinal. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Enjoy your football Sunday, everybody. We'll be back at 7:30 Eastern Time for the Patriots and the Broncos. Thank you so much. I'm Ron Juckett. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tonight for football. Until then, have a good afternoon.